Hi everyone, Al the Psych here. I'm going to give you a presentation on a book called Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. Not so new now, written by Dwek in 2008, again for informational purposes. I really liked the book, but it's been a long time since I read it. I'm going off my notes that I wrote a long time ago. So you go ahead and do your due diligence, check it out, make sure I'm not mixing up something. So I got a lot of points just to go through, so it's going to be kind of a bam, bam, bam sort of thing. And I'm hoping my cat doesn't mess with me while I'm recording this. Okay, so growth mindset. The definition that Dwek gives is it's based on the belief that your basic qualities are things you can cultivate through your efforts. Emphasize efforts. Everyone can change and grow through application and experience. Now, she contrasts growth mindset with fixed mindset. So, fixed mindset is believing that your qualities are carved in stone. Now, a lot of times I think when we hear of IQ, we think of IQ as being fixed. And she's indicating no, IQ is not fixed. So important information there. Now, instead of trying to learn from and repair their failures, people with a fixed mindset may simply try to repair their self-esteem. So, for example, they may go looking for people who are even worse off than they are, just so they can feel a little bit better about themselves, as opposed to kind of doing some actual repair work. And so interesting point. Now, she gives the example of some college students, after doing poorly on a test, were given a chance to look at tests of other students. Those in the growth mindset looked at the tests of people who had done far better than they had. As usual, they wanted to correct their deficiency. But students in the fixed mindset chose to look at the tests of people who had done really poorly. So that was their way of feeling better about themselves. So that goes back to the previous point. Children with the fixed mindset want to make sure they succeed. Now, smart people should always succeed, but for children with the growth mindset, success is about stretching themselves. It's about becoming smarter. Okay, so now here's some information I put in bold print. Fixed mindset children may be unwilling to take on challenges for fear of not looking smart. After all, they believe that if you are smart, you don't have to work at it. Why risk going from a winner to a loser? Okay, and so parents, teachers, this is an important point right here. Fixed mindset children may be unwilling to take on challenges for fear of not looking smart. Okay. In terms of depression, for the more depressed people with the growth mindset felt, the more depressed they felt, the more they took action to confront their problems. That's the individuals with the growth mindset who were depressed. They wanted to take action. They wanted to confront problems. They wanted to get over that depression. When people believe their basic qualities can be developed, failures may still hurt, but failures don't define them. Again, that's people with the growth mindset. So if abilities can be expanded, if change and growth are possible, then there are still a lot of paths to success. That's the growth mindset, as opposed to, I failed and that's it. Okay, so two different ways of looking at adversity. Okay, yeah, I failed, but I can still do this or take that path or try that, versus I failed and that's it. Okay. Fixed mindset, effort is for those who don't have the ability. That's their way of thinking, according to Dwek. Now, here's an important point. Mindsets can be changed. And in my notes, I don't have the specifics on it, but as a psychologist, I would think that we would do that a little bit at a time, step by step, and encourage children to take risks, like in the classroom, as opposed to where they're fearful of making a mistake. It's like, oh, okay, let's make this actually something that's not so threatening. Okay, so the growth mindset does allow people to love what they're doing and to continue to love it in the face of difficulties, in the face of adversity, in the face of failing. Okay, because we know that, oh, sure, you failed, but there are other pathways to success. Now, the growth mindset allows people to value what they're doing regardless of the outcome. Okay, so yeah, you can like what you're doing, value what you're doing. Maybe it doesn't turn out the way you were expecting, but you still value what you're doing. Okay. Now, this is important here. Growth mindset. Praise the effort. Don't praise the ability. So, ability praise pushed students into the fixed mindset. Okay, that's real important. I'm going to say it again. Ability praise pushed students into the fixed mindset. When students were praised for effort, okay, however, 90% of them wanted the challenging new task that they could learn from. Okay. So as a teacher or as a parent, that's important. So what we want to praise the child with is the effort. Not, oh, you're so smart, but, oh, good effort. Good effort. So if you were working on a math problem and you didn't quite get it, it's like, oh, good effort. But even if you were working on a math problem and you got it, it's still good effort, not you're so smart. Okay. I think that's important. We're praising the effort. Okay. Now, this is interesting too. Groupthink can happen when a fixed mindset leader punishes dissent. Okay. Groupthink can happen when a fixed mindset leader punishes dissent. So you try and bring up something that may be outside the box, and if you're shot down, okay, now we're all going to just make sure we're on the same page. So we're kind of just forming groupthink. Interesting little statement here in terms of shyness. Shyness harmed the social interactions of people with the fixed mindsets, but did not harm the social relations of people with the growth mindset. The shy growth set people looked on social situations as challenges, even though they felt anxious. Okay, so I think you're getting the idea here. Growth mindset, you're willing to explore, you're willing to take on challenges, you're willing to make mistakes and see if you can pass through those mistakes and find some other alternative. Okay, so it's the ability to deal with adversity and develop resilience. Okay, now fixed mindset. You learn that so quickly, you're so smart. Which equals, if I don't learn something quickly, I'm not smart. Okay, so you can see how you might be steering your child or your students, into a fixed mindset, to where like, oh, you're so smart. Now I'm afraid I don't want to make a mistake, because if I make a mistake or I don't do it quickly, I'm not smart. So again, the emphasis then is going to be on let's praise the the effort. Let's praise the attempt, and let's open it up for, accepting challenges. So, last statement here. Praising children's intelligence harms their motivation and it harms their performance. Okay, interesting information. This is from a book called Mindset, The New Psychology of Success from Dwek, 2008. I still think it applies now. In fact, I know that when I was still working as a school psychologist, there was a lot of hubbub about these concepts and utilizing them in the classroom. So go ahead and take a look at the book and write down your comments. Let me know if I've missed something or got something incorrect, and talk to you later.